Hi guys, 732 Review Crew here. I'm Mikey.
I'm Joe.
And I'm Mike.
And thank you for joining us. Battlestar Galactica, this is Season 3, Episode 5. Now, we just have
A very stupendous arc that everyone is now back together, minus a few people.
Reunited and it feels so good.
All right, guys, we're just going to jump into this one. Thank you for joining us. We do appreciate it. We've been having a lot of fun, and can't wait to see what happens as we continue the search for Earth. We're beginning in 3, 2, 1, and thank you for joining us.
Oh, shit.
Oh, he's a cop?
Oh, they have all the information of who it was.
They have graduate names, remember?
These are the names of the people killed by you and those under your command. You look at those names!
Chief, I helped Callie. I saved Callie.
Kelly did get away, somehow.
My son is on this list. His name is right there. And that fracking son of a bitch put him there. So saving Callie, if that happened,
Doesn't outweigh.
make up for killing my son.
Does saving Callie let him off the hook for killing 23 others?
Did you kill these people? There was some crazy down there, Chief.
You're making an arrest, and people come out with their hands up. But sometimes it's just a trick. What was I supposed to do?
He doing himself.
No, it doesn't.
Punishment for treason is death. Sentence confirmed and carried out on this, the third day of the second Exodus.
Second Exodus.
I was right.
So they're wasting no time. Good call. Episode later.
I'm sorry!
Oh, airlocked.
Freaking talk.
Dude, is that one of the Viper fucking slots?
Yeah.
I think it is.
Are they going to launch him?
Yeah.
You're right.
Jesus.
When you were down on the planet, you ran away. Did anybody help you?
Oh.
Wait, yeah. Somebody told me to run.
Do you think what they just did was sanctioned?
Nope.
Or they just like...
I mean, they've been doing it for 3 days by the sound of it, so
Well, they said it's the third day of the accident.
I imagine they've been doing this.
No hard feelings.
What? What?
How did he get there?
Nah.
You're fools. You're being too lenient. He betrayed you. Don't make me angry, guys.
You wouldn't like her when she's angry.
A dream?
He's got to be.
I've
Okay.
always wanted
All right.
you.
Yeah, it's a dream. That's how we know it's a dream, guys.
I was gonna say, how the fuck did they just throw that guy out of an airlock and they're letting him off the hook?
Yeah, right.
Dreaming on time.
Yes.
I did not want to see that. I'm glad it stopped there. Also, what the fuck?
Is he in like a holding cell?
He's definitely on a base star, right?
Is he in Cylon bed?
It's the same red glow, just like the Raiders.
Oh, he's under guard.
Huh.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a split story now because Baltar's main character on a fleet.
4,
Resurrection
5,
ship.
6, 5.
6 with a resurrection ship.
Did you get any sleep?
Sleep when you're dead.
A lot of people on the Galactica right now, huh?
Just don't, okay?
Bro, she got a lot of stuff to work through.
I know.
You marry her, you have to know that.
I know.
So, Mr. President, how long before the new Quorum of 12 can be sworn in?
3 days.
Mr. What?
He was the vice
The
president.
nomination as my vice president. Once they confirm you, I submit my resignation, and you get sworn in. I never had any illusions about remaining in office for very long. And the admiral's made it quite clear that he'd like nothing better than to put me in a cell if I try to hang on to power. Even so, I want to be included in the new government.
3 seasons. Good job for surviving times there.
Is he going to be the VP?
You stood up to Baltar and New Caprica. You nearly lost your life for your trouble. This fleet needs that kind of courage.
Nice.
The vice presidency is yours. If you want
I
it.
mean, it makes sense.
I'm gonna be the president, step down for being the president, and then become the vice
It's
president.
like the most convoluted thing.
I was the vice president.
So we're
not
gonna nominate
president.
you for VP. I'll step down,
Hot
and you
potato.
nominate me.
Hot potato, hot potato.
Yeah, Galactica needs heavy repairs.
Well, they definitely have enough free labor.
Yay! He's returning to the helm.
But is it where he'll feel at
Yeah, but
home?
you also have to remember everyone sees him as.
Who gave this man permission to enter the CIC? Man can turn his coat. Collaborate with the enemy.
Cylon's find us. We're gonna need every hand we've got.
Cylon's found us, Mr. Agathon. Your friend Gaeta was on the welcoming committee. As long as you're here, maybe you can help me out. I'm missing something. I lost it in detention.
His eye.
Yeah.
Do you know where my eye is? So!
Weeks, I need you to get some sleep. Get rest and get ready, all right?
Oh, I'm ready right now.
Let's go.
Get your hands off me.
What?
Go sleep this off. That's an order.
Forget about it all. Just forget about everything.
Different man.
Yeah, he is.
He had to kill his wife.
Yeah.
Damn right.
I get through 50 of these things in an hour. You think we're a bunch of thugs handing out punishment on a whim? This is about justice. You got that? Justice.
Good on Ty.
No! Tiro can't vote, I don't think, on this one. Come on, Tiro.
But the fact remains he was the chief of staff to Gaius Baltar, and that alone is enough to convict him.
And I'm saying that on this particular guy, we do not have any hard evidence.
Yeah, I gotta go with Sam on this one. We need something specific.
You want specific? You think Baltar ran things? That guy? He knew Callie was on a death list.
What are you talking about? How do you know that?
Look there. That's a distribution list, and there's Callie's.
Come on, Tyrell. You can figure it out.
No, Father, I'm done.
We're still voting.
I'm not. I'm done. I'm done with this whole thing. War's over for me. I'm sorry.
I mean, he's right. They can't. They have no evidence.
We're a jury. That's how it was set up. We need 6 votes. But on 6 votes, I'm out too.
He's right. We need a 6th.
Who's it gonna be?
What are they doing?
Maneuvers.
Little soiree.
Maneuvers.
Bye, Centurion.
Bye.
And...
White.
What? Have some Quaaludes.
Yeah! She trying to seduce him?
He's not having it.
She want a baby? This is Viagra.
It's just Viagra.
We're starting to see a rash of missing persons reports.
Yeah, it's not sanctioned.
How many people are missing?
13, as of today. 2 on Galactica, 11 elsewhere.
Yeah, Starbuck.
How you doing?
I heard about your situation,
All right. I just try not to think about it anymore. You know?
Very Starbuck coping mechanism.
You know, kind of like you. Sitting in your plushy little office on Colonial 1 doing all Baltar's dirty work for him.
Oh,
I thought that when the Cylons landed, it was important for me to keep my job, to help from the inside.
By propping Baltar up and letting the Cylons walk all over us.
Tell her.
No, I fed information to the Resistance.
You're a fracking hero.
It's cold.
I didn't think they were gonna let him leave. Oh shit. She's gonna be like, hey Starbuck, you wanna vote real quick? Oh, Gaeta?
Don't worry, your husband's there.
Yeah, so here's the guilty.
He's just taking drugs. Is that what they're doing to him? They're just like,
feelings I had for you have to stop. I'm Cylon, guys. Somehow I lost sight of that.
You are much, much more than a machine. You're a person, and you're in love with me.
And I need you too! Did you hear me? I need you too!
Man, that reeked of self-preservation, kinda.
it is. It's really self-preservation. That's all he is.
I wonder if they're watching him through that Centurion.
Yeah, but none of this is legal, right?
No. It's legal.
You gotta be kidding me.
How's it legal?
On presidential header.
You tell me that Gaeta saw this list and didn't do a damn thing about it. Guilty.
I quit because I'm not looking for ways to keep killing people.
I need this, Sam.
So what?
Well, a lot of good people had to pay the price for what they did.
choices they made on New Caprica. Like my wife.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
I'm in a different place now. But I got out of that cell, and it's like someone painted the world in different colors. And I look at you, and I want to tear your eyes out just for looking at me.
What?
So you should probably go before that happens.
She really fucked up. But understandably, again, I feel bad for Anders.
Guilty. Remember this? I don't want this anymore.
Ooh. Damn. Is there a therapist alive?
She doesn't have a knife, does she?
God damn it. Divorced. Somebody warn Gaeta.
You've been tried and found guilty of crimes against humanity by a circle of your peers, as duly authorized by the president of the colony.
Come on, Felix. Talk. We'll listen.
What's the point? I'm not gonna deck.
Too bad you didn't grow that spine 4 months ago.
Let me tell him. Please, please.
They don't believe him, anyways. And even if he's saying he did that, they seem to think that he did way more.
Trace.
No! Tell them how you were actually working for the Resistance the entire time.
Thank you.
Come on! Tell them about all the messages and the dog bowl and everything else. Just tell me.
What did she say? What did she just say? What did she just say? What did you say to her? Tell me, what did you say to her?
A signal. It meant there was a message in the garbage dump.
What are you doing?
Chief.
There was a yellow dog bowl. I used it. He's the reason we know about the death lists. He's the reason I saved Callie. He's the reason we're on this ship. He's the one who gave us the inside information.
Thank you. I'm so glad Ty was here for it.
But I don't think that's what Starbuck was trying to get out of him.
No.
She wanted him to just beg for his life.
Exactly. But her narcissism got this.
I don't think it's narcissism.
Yeah, no, I said the wrong word. Thank God. Thank the gods.
Thank the one true Cylon god.
She's mad too. She couldn't kill
She
someone.
wanted somebody to die.
You'll find a signed executive order on file authorizing a secret jury of
Oh,
citizen
he
to
approved
try,
it.
sentence and execute
Oh.
people guilty of extraordinary crimes while collaborating with the enemy in a time of war. They don't get to showboat for weeks and months on end. They don't get to blame the system.
Huh.
He's crazy.
You come into office clean without their blood on your hands.
Well, thank you. That's very poetic.
He's going
However,
back
we
in
have
jail.
a problem, Mr. President. Everyone, by law, is entitled to a trial with representation. Everyone. It is not an option to be discarded at the president's whim.
Let me tell you what's going to happen if these cases go to trial. It'll consume this fleet for months, maybe years. People will be lining up to testify against their neighbors. Is that how you want to spend your next term, Laura? As executioner-in-chief?
Ooh.
He's making a lot of valid points.
He's always been a good talker.
With every fiber of my being.
Well, thank God she's president again, at least, right? Hey, who's this guy? Is he a Cylon too?
And while I had intended on using this occasion, so today I am forming a commission on truth and reconciliation to hear our stories and record them for posterity. I am issuing a general pardon for every human being in this fleet. This will not be a popular move today, but I truly believe that this is the only way for us to move forward in strength.
She really knows how to play the game.
Her speechwriter needs a raise.
It's her.
Well, she does such a good job because, I mean, you realize how narrow Tom Zarek's thinking was, and that she just had to go with the different but right decision.
Come on, Taro, sit down with him.
He's gonna sit next to Gaeta.
That's his boy.
How's the engineering doing? Just chiefing? All right, that was a fun one. That was a nice
Yeah, there's
one.
gonna be a lot of fallout from this, even with Rosalind's. We're gonna move forward.
Yeah,
She's crazy with that, yeah.
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
But instead, it's saying a blanket. Everyone needs to fucking.
It sets the
move
tone.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know,
It was the right
was
way-
great. That
it was the right road forward.
Yeah.
And it's important to know that most, if not all of the collaborators are basically unknown to basically 99.9% of the fleet, and the only reason we know that the people are known as collaborators is because Ty received information from Gaeta regarding the police academy, graduations and the listings of attendees.
Yes.
So that's how they can sort of collaborate, based also on their resistance reconnaissance as well.
Don't forget that, all of the records of the police people were probably on Colonial One, since that was Baltar's office, and it's supposed to be like the human government police.
Well, it feels like most of the most of the police were supposed to be secret with their identities.
Yes, but the president would know who they are.
Yeah,
it's true. I mean, they like I said, they did send an invite that had all the names on it to Baltar and whatnot. They had a list. So, but this episode was quite interesting. It was a special committee that actually was appointed by the president, Tom Zarek, to deal with traitors. And we see the fallout of.
But it was illegal.
It was illegal.
It was illegal.
It was. No, I said it was illegal.
Oh yeah.
I was not disagreeing with you.
Yeah.
Fair representation, because even in a military trial, you're given a lawyer, even if you're assumed guilty instead of innocent in military court. Now, what
is that true?
Yeah.
I don't know what he's saying.
In military court, you're assumed guilty instead of innocent at first.
I don't know enough about that comment.
I don't know, but I'll take your word for it. So
I took a lot.
I mean, that makes sense, I guess, to me.
Moving past that, though, one of the big things to know is that it's a jury of your peers, so it's 6 humans that had to convict. It had to be unanimous, so obviously there is a fail-safe for if one person doesn't believe it, and we see that with Gaeta's situation. Unfortunately, the first gentleman, who was the collaborator that we learned from Jammer, I'm glad we watched the web series, because otherwise we wouldn't have so much known that he was reluctant to actually join the police, and he wanted to help.
Sure.
He wanted to help from the inside. He was being honest with that. And we see when he tries to help Callie, where we see, Chief fighting with himself on the decision, because he's like, one life for 24 lives. He's like, I can't really. And it's terrible, but it's understandable, because he can't play favorites just because it's his wife. As we saw, Ty killed his wife.
Yes, and we also saw that you said that it's a jury of your 6 people, but there was no failsafe. The failsafe was, okay, get the fuck out of here. We gotta get someone else who's pissed off.
Well, no, I mean,
to vote guilty. I know what you're saying. It had to be unanimous, or they wouldn't go through with it right then and there.
Well, Sam
yes,
left,
he abstained. Yeah. Right, he didn't say not guilty. He just said, we don't have enough evidence. I can't keep doing this. It also already killed 11 people.
13.
13.
2 on Galactica, 11 on.
Which, to be fair, he is a professional sport player, so he is not a soldier. He was only fighting against the Cylons because they're a different, they're machines.
He's already gone way above and beyond. Anders has been nothing but a fantastic character.
Yeah, but so is Connor too. It looked like
doing the right thing. He's never really been in the wrong, as far as we could tell.
And unfortunately for him,
it sucks to see how Starbuck handled that, but it was pretty much her saying, I can't fucking do this at all. I can't. Which is true. I mean, she was a captive pretty much the moment they got there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And
4 months in captivity and tortured.
Hating the only person she interacted with,
besides the baby,
imagining how to murder that person.
And the baby wasn't even hers.
That's just another layer of trauma on there, because at first it was like,
the baby is just more.
Hey, here's your baby, and she's finally was like, okay, this is my baby, and then it's like, psych.
Well,
yeah, I mean, at least she did say that was baby.
That doesn't. I mean, yes, but in her mind, not even a thought.
I know.
In her mind, she had a baby and a situation,
and now she got it taken away.
And now she got it taken away from her, and she is devastated. She doesn't have any emotions.
Starbucks had nothing good
because she had a husband basically with Lee's brother. Remember, she was married to Lee's brother, engaged.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, and he was taken, and now the baby was taken, even though it didn't die. So she lost 2 things. Even though she has Anders and could try to make a baby with him, it's still the mental trauma of coping, and she just wants to lash out and hurt things. And that goes back to how she acted when we first met her, when she just wanted to kill Cylons.
Yeah, well, she suffered a lot of trauma throughout this show.
She is the most traumatized person.
Not to mention, it's just sad to also see that her and Anders found each other. She went through so much to get back to him. And then he went through so much to get back to her.
And then this happened.
And now
she can't.
But no one's at fault. Like Rosalind just said, no one is to be blamed other than the Cylons.
Yeah.
All of these problems originate with the Cylons.
Yes.
So,
speaking of the Cylons, Baltar is currently being held prisoner, and I want to highlight the last scene we saw where number 6 gave him clothes is very reminiscent of when he gave number 6 that was tortured clothes on Pegasus.
Good point.
Where, you know, he's in a
because that
cell.
6 is uploaded.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also,
no, that 6 isn't uploaded.
I thought she was uploaded.
No, she was too far from a ship to respawn. That's why she wanted to do it.
Yeah, I think so.
And that was
Yeah, she was the nuke.
That makes sense.
The nuke one, yeah.
But Caprica 6 was a huge reveal.
Yeah. Caprica 6 doesn't love her anymore?
She changed her, or she's attempting to change her mind, or people are swaying her mind.
Other Cylons.
That humanity needs to be extinct.
Yeah.
Like straight up. Again.
And Baltar's fighting back.
They were like, okay, we tried and it didn't work out. But it's like, you didn't try. You tried the only way you know how, which is the wrong way.
You don't understand their love language. Okay?
Now,
I don't know. You got me. That was good.
I was curious what number was it 3 was talking to Baltar about, because he was being thanked for bringing the baby, but they were also like, we're gonna maybe kill you. We're not quite sure. But it also seemed like it's interesting because from how she made it sound, the people who vote, the Cylons who vote unanimously as a group. And did they also mention that there was a 3-3 vote, so they needed 7 votes to make it pass?
Which is annoying because it's the show ignoring that there's supposed to be 12. And they're like, oh, you only know about 7.
Well, it's mirroring also the fact that we have we had 6 humans doing it on the Battlestar Galactica, the circle, you know, of your peers that were doing the execution.
I understand where you're going, and I don't think I agree.
No, I'm saying one had to be unanimous for the executions, and for them they just needed majority for the Cylons. So it's interesting because it's not, like I said, it's not the individual Cylons voting too, it's the 1s and the 2s and the 3s and the 4s and the 5s and 6s, etc. voting as a group, because they have to make a group decision. So it's quite interesting how they function, because it seems like the other 6s are trying to convince Caprica 6 to not, you know, love him.
Yeah.
Gaeta was this close to dying, and I was very about to get emotional.
Starbuck's loudmouth that saved the day.
I mean, don't forget, bro, Gaeta's on my list.
And have your Cylons?
Yeah. You know, he's on
I have to
my
take
list.
Anders off mine.
But that doesn't make sense.
It does, at this point, it makes no sense. Because
nobody
he would have never, as a Cylon, would have allowed the humans to do what he's not a Cylon.
I just realized,
like, in my mind, I've been convinced otherwise. He's not a Cylon.
Like
at this point, just otherwise the writing would be so stupid.
Yeah, I
don't think they would do.
I don't think we know who the other Cylons.
My Cylon theories are both out the window because Ellen died, and right now, Anders was proven not to be a Cylon at one time.
Yeah, I didn't.
I don't
really
know.
believe Anders.
So I'm curious to see who will be actually a Cylon, and will we get a reveal soon? Because I mean, obviously, I expect to know them by next season, at least 1 or 2 more.
We're getting a reveal this season, 100%. There's no way.
It's gonna be some.
Unless we just don't meet all 12.
I'm gonna make a wild.
Or that was a lie. Like, we're functioning off of knowledge given to us by Cylons.
Want to do 90-50, 90-50-10 real fast? So 90% happening, 50% happening, 10% happening. Like predictions. Like 90%, we're gonna get a Cylon reveal this season. 50% it's somebody we know already, and then 10% for me is that it's going to be somebody on the Galactica's CIC.
Well, you have to remember most of the Cylons we meet, it's our first time meeting them. The only reveal was Boomer.
Yeah.
The other ones, it was like we met them that episode, and then they were like, "Oh yeah, they're a Cylon," and I was like, "Oh shit."
So I still think because they did this. So with them saying that Adama is a Cylon gives me the 50% chance, like 50-50 that actually one of them may be a Cylon, so it's somebody we know. 10% chance that it's somebody on the CIC, like Gaeta or like Hilo, but I don't think it'd be Hilo. Obviously, he's human, so not Hilo. Gaeta or like you said, D are technically a part of that.
But see, at this point, the only way I foresee any of those people, like anyone important that we know being a Cylon, is they're a good Cylon. Like straight up. Like they are cognizant the whole time they're a Cylon, but they don't agree with it. They like humans. This is their route of becoming a human, is fully accepting it and doing nothing Cylon related, and they only have one life. Like no respawns. I'm dead serious. Because otherwise, how have they not done anything? Like they're like the ultimate sleeper of sleepery cells. Like it just doesn't make sense. So the only way one of the Adamas is if they're a good Cylon.
That's true.
Air quotes.
Or just they don't know they're a Cylon and they never will believe it because if they're green. But we also, speaking of...
which would be an awesome fucking twist where it's like Lee gets into a bar fight and then he gets stabbed or some shit and then he's like... would be a crazy ending to an episode.
It would be.
So.
I don't think it's Lee.
No, I'm not saying I don't think it's Lee at all.
You think it's
if an Adama is actually
Captain Admiral?
If an Adama is actually a Cylon, I feel like it has to be Papa.
I mean, the Cylons have never lied to us before.
Wow.
So.
Yeah, they haven't. So one of them has to be, maybe...
I don't think...
But then that would also mean that the Cylons don't know that Adama is a Cylon, because why would they have tried to assassinate a Cylon? Also, how would Doc
Connell... going off of your theory.
Doc Connell would have been like, oh, this guy's a machine, bro. What's up? What
well, they said that they're indeterminable. That's why they had to develop that crazy test to determine who's a Cylon and who's not.
Glowy spine thing.
But we just gotta have sex.
We haven't seen him fuck.
We just gotta watch everybody. Baltar should have just, Baltar's easiest way around that.
Did they test Adama?
Should have been, I just gotta fuck every woman on this ship.
Did we get the test results?
I don't think we ever got a resolution.
Mikey, did we get test results?
But the test was bullshit anyways. He lied and was like, yep, Boomer's definitely a human. Good for you.
But the test worked.
It worked at first.
He would have known.
Yeah, it would have worked, but for self-preservation reasons, he was like, nope.
Yeah, I don't
I'm going, you know what, fine, I'm going back to Starbuck is secretly an Adama and she's a Cylon.
I hate that. Mainly because if that's the case, then the entire situation of him like taking her prisoner and all that makes no sense.
It would make sense how she was able to fly the Raider.
What if?
Like,
what if?
Okay,
what
maybe,
if?
yeah.
You know what? I'm not going to jump into an alien spaceship and just start sucking on hoses and shit.
What if Starbuck's fiance is the Cylon? That's the Adama.
That's what I said.
They're married.
Oh, her husband?
No. Her OG
fiance. Oh, shit.
Brother.
That's been dead.
But, like, how did he become a Cylon? Do they swap the baby out in the hospital?
We don't know anything about that.
I'm going to say they swapped the baby out in the hospital if that happened.
Do they even baby?
I feel like too much time has passed since we really discussed the other that it would be relevant.
No, that's the type of shit they want you to not remember. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh my god, that's my fiance and that's my current husband.
Plus, it also gives it away because they all know she's dead.
No.
It's not like, oh my god, we saw you die on Caprica.
Well, it wouldn't be like a sneaky reveal. It would be like an in-your-face reveal.
Is the mom
it's me
dead? Is his ex-wife dead or alive?
All right. Now we're going to soap opera territory.
All right, we're getting off the rails. Thank you for joining us for the 732 Review Crew. I'm Mikey.
I'm Joe.
I'm Mike.
This is Battlestar Galactica. If you do enjoy our content, make sure you do say hi in the comments. Let us know how you're doing. If you're enjoying our reactions, favorite parts, theories, hi. Otherwise, thank you to our Patreon supporters. And if you haven't already, make sure you check out our Patreon, which features full events for this and movies and other things. Just help with the support. Otherwise, we'll see you next time.
Final comment, by the way. Season 3. So good.
Yeah,
Best season.
Best season.
Absolutely.
Best season.
Yeah.
Like, not even close.
Toodaloo.
Bye.